Hello, everybody. We are.
We're back.
We're back.
It's the return.
We've returned. It's been long foretold and prophesized by the zealots of our land that we would be returning. A little later than I expected, but
Hey man,
hey, we've returned. We're here,
hmm
and we're here to get it done. I did say we'd be doing a boys review.
Oh yeah, we were
Um,
supposed to do that.
we did not.
We did
I've
not.
learned to just not make any promises.
We were missing some integral people in the
Yeah,
review.
yeah. I will say though, Boy Season 2, great.
It's a good
Great.
time. Two word review. Very good.
Very good. But we're here back today.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back. We're doing a
Oh,
show here. And what are we talking about, Jay?
um, I think we're starting with the Mandalorian, right? Is that the deal?
No.
What were we supposed to start with?
We're talking about Doug Ford's
Policies? Is that what we're going on?
new
We're doing.
policy in regards to the Charter Federation.
Oh yeah, the trade block.
Yeah. This guy's got the blockade on Naboo, and he's not letting the taxation of the delegates.
Yeah,
It's just not working.
Senate is voting
We need to break through
against
the blockade and get through the Chancellor Valorum's
Chancellor Valor. Man, that guy's crazy.
is nuts.
He's
No, we're talking
controlling
about
the Senate. What we're talking about, man?
the Mandalorian
Mm-hmm.
season 2. I
Mm-hmm.
gotta say, wow, that's what I have to say.
Yeah, that is a very wow. It's a
Now
wow show.
we did do some reporting back in the day. Okay, back in the day, the prime of this show's called Let There Be Jay. My name's
Oh
Jonathan,
yeah, I'm James. Hello to
and
the new viewers.
we did some reporting on a bunch of the stuff that was leaked, and all that was true.
It was
Was
except for
true.
one thing.
What thing?
The Grace Randolph fiasco.
Oh my God!
What?
Apparently that was true, but for season 1,
Oh, so he wanted to be
it was like
more.
a long, long time ago that happened.
Oh, so why
Before
would they talk about it? No, whatever.
before he really understood. Well, that doesn't even matter anyway because season 3 now. We're getting ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
This season, I gotta say, I adored it. This is quite possibly my favorite season of television of all time.
Wow.
I've watched it twice, and I can't confirm it's better second time. I liked it even better. The episodes that I thought were a little more fillery or slow while watching week to week, when you just binge it all, they fit in with everything else, and yeah, the whole thing overall is just a lot better. But
hmm
James, what do you think?
Um, I thought it was like extremely better than the first season, and
Yeah.
that's a pretty hard feat to do when the first season was like really good.
Hmm.
It had a few little blips in the first season, but the second season blew me away, and it made me love the show a lot more. And I already liked it to begin with, so yeah, and I loved all the new things they did, and I'm just excited to see what happens next. And yeah, it's pretty much.
Me too, man. Well, you start the season off, chapter 9, the Marshal.
Start off strong.
Great, and it was a surprising start for me because I'm thinking that the first episode it's gonna deal with the main story kind of.
Yeah.
One thing I've learned is like dealing with the main story. That's not like the whole show is based on side quests.
It pretty much is. It's a
It's like
very
no, it's like KOTOR.
it is.
Thing where you're just doing quests to get stuff done, pretty much.
For some context, we have started playing Knights of the Old Republic during the winter break here. Jonathan and I, and we're enjoying it. So that's
Love
pretty
it.
much what's going on.
But I was thinking like it's gonna be just him trying to find Jedi, what this first episode was.
Yeah.
Which it's not that at all. We find out he's actually looking for Mandalorians
Mm-hmm.
to
To
help
find the
find
Jedi.
Jedi. Then we
Which is a
go,
pretty nice twist.
we find out it's Tatooine, and immediately we knew. You know, we covered in the
We covered
lost
Van. We talked
in the
about Van.
in the lost episode. We talk about Vivant.
Oh, the lost
So
episode.
no one else has seen it, but
Damn.
we talk about Vant in the last episode and how hyped we were, and it happened. It was Timothy Oliphant.
Great. I love Timothy Oliphant in that role, man.
He's amazing, and I really hope we see him again in some capacity, whether in season 3, whether in one of the spin-offs, which we'll talk about the spin-offs a bit later. But
I really, really wish, not wish, but like I'm dying for him to be in the like a main character in Rangers. I would love
yeah,
that.
I think that would be amazing too. But
Just give him his own armor, man. Just give him
yeah,
something. Who cares?
I would wish they could give him some armor. Just make him
Dude,
an honorary one, man.
dude,
Hey,
he deserves it.
Din's the leader now, so we can do whatever we want with the Mandalorians, right?
Well, we're stepping too far ahead, but yeah,
Oh,
I
we're
mean,
stepping way too far ahead, but
um,
a
let's
great.
just talk about how cool Cobb Vanth looked in
He
that show.
The what's it called?
The bandana,
The bandana. I love with that red bandana.
like that is amazing.
It just looked so good.
It was
made fun of it, but
it was literally a cowboy. It was like a cowboy episode. It was something you see out of like Bounty Law. You know, that's
yeah,
what he was
he's
in.
in Bounty Law, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it
And
was so good.
because he walks in the cantina, like he gets. First of all, the intro is pretty good too, with a little graffiti town
And
with
he
the
just
Gamorreans.
murders.
They're-
Well, he doesn't murder. He lets the animals kill him, but
Yeah, with the weird hunting wolves or whatever they're there. And then he's like, yeah, there's the Mandalorian on Tatooine. He's like, Tatooine? And then they find out what's the place called? Tiny Town? What's it called? Freetown.
it's good. You just said Tiny Town. You know exactly what I thought of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Freetown. It's Mos Pelgo.
Las Pelgo, yes. He's going there and he just walks into the cantina, and dude, that like the
So
encounter.
Cool. It's like the cowboy stuff. They're gonna get like a gunfight going.
Yeah, and then it's all thrown out of the way because there's a beast attacking the town.
Beast of a crate dragon, which we've seen the bones in the
New Hope.
original Hope. We see the bones of the crate dragon, but it's way bigger than those bones are.
Yeah, this is a Papa.
Massive. Did you watch all of Disney Gallery?
I did. I saw the whole thing. I saw them create it.
How amazing is it though?
Eddie's got like more legs because he's older.
Yeah, the legs are all underneath.
You don't see anything, and the way it moves is like sonic waves with the sand. So cool.
But we see Mando's teaming up with Cobb.
Mm-hmm. And the Tusken Raiders too.
And I love the stuff with the Raiders, the community. Like they don't like each other, and they're saying that oh, this is their land. Seeing them settle those disputes.
Sand people, they're not that bad of guys, man. Despite what the prequels and original trilogy make you think, those guys are pretty great.
Attack the Clones especially. They'll make you think some things about them.
They're vicious creatures apparently in Attack, but
Then,
do your best sand person impression. Dude, that's a crazy noise. In KOTOR, there's some crazy sand people stuff going on.
Spoiler.
So I'm excited for you to get to that. But anyways,
James is a solid
10 hours ahead.
more than 10, like 15
Jesus.
hours ahead of me.
I did start like a few
So
days before, and I play like 2 hours a night. So
that's just crazy. That's what
how much do you play a night or a day or
I
whatever?
play. Yeah, an hour or two, but some days I'm like today. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to play because
Damn, I know. I've had a few days where I'm like, oh, I can't
scenes
play.
over. It's the worst. I just want to play it now.
Yeah,
So
that's
good.
all good, man. Anyways, back to
Everyone
Tatooine.
teams up and we get an amazing
Oh
action
yeah,
scene.
and they have to bring the people together.
Yeah, they do it. All the people team up with the Tuscans,
Hmm.
but the action sequence is just incredible.
With the jetpacks and the
Frame
fucking.
rate changes to IMAX, and you just know this is my prediction that they're going to show this first episode in theaters.
How
And it would look
exciting would that be,
so
man?
good on the IMAX, and it would have just been such a great night.
Because Favreau knows how to do an IMAX
He
movie. Let's.
does. Yeah, obviously, Favreau directed this, did a killer job.
Hmm.
But you see, they defeat the Krayt Dragon. It's a daunting task. Cobb gives his armor back to Mando. The armor of Boba Fett, obviously. And
Hmm.
then Mando's leaping. Oh, what do we
And
see?
then yep, we
What do we
see
see?
Tamora Morrison in the
More,
flesh.
and oh my God, we were freaking out
Dude, we were hyped. We did not think this man would come back this early.
this early. We did not think, you know, we'll get into my predictions of season 2 later, but
Mhm.
I was predicting some things that happened that I thought would happen like in the second half that happened in the first episode, and I was shocked.
And my dad was the most right of any of us because he was like, he's coming back like soon, man. He's coming back soon. And we're like, no, no, no
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah. When we saw that last shot, I'm thinking this is what I said. I was like, we're not gonna see him at all for the rest of the season, and
We
that's
thought it
just
was gonna be
a solo show.
yeah. But nope, he's back and better than ever.
We're incorrect. So moving
Hmm.
on to chapter 10,
Hmm.
Passenger,
Episode 2.
which I think.
It's the lowest point of the season, but even then, it's not the worst thing ever made. Like you know what I mean? It's good.
Upon
It's fine. It's pretty
rewatch,
good.
upon rewatch, I don't think it's my least favorite episode
Of the show or of
of
the season?
the season.
Really interesting.
Yeah, we'll get to the one, but I
Okay.
actually think this is a very good episode.
It has a lot of stuff with
One
Mando,
of
and
the
he's.
weakest. It's got great stuff with Mando and the baby.
Mm-hmm.
I adore Frog Lady.
Isn't this the episode where he's fixing the ship? Or no, that's later. Grogu's.
No, yeah, no, it's not the fixing the ship.
Anyways, yeah. This is a full spoiler review, by the way. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
said a spoiler, but whatever. It's been out for like a week. Um. Anyways, yeah, or more than that, these episodes. Yeah, so he's crash lands on some ice planet. We thought it was gonna be the
Ilum.
lightsaber planet, the Kyber crystal planet. What was that?
Ilum.
Ilum. Yeah, we thought it was gonna be Ilum from Fallen Order and
Or-
Legends and stuff, and the Clone Wars. But we were wrong. It could still very well been Ilum.
It's not.
What did they say it was?
It's Maldo Kreese,
Interesting.
which is the planet from the opening of season 1 where he originally gets the Mithril.
Oh, it's that planet.
That planet.
Huh. Really?
Uh-huh.
I guess it's just like a uncivilized region, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty interesting. He crashes into the ice floor.
Some TIE fighter pilots, Dave Filoni, the king himself,
Yeah, he's there, eh?
and Mr. Kim.
And he's gonna be a big player soon,
Mr.
man.
Kim's a big player in the Filoniverse. Get ready for him.
I hope Filoni shows up in that show in some capacity.
In Rangers?
Yeah.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
Like they're just like, okay, man, you wanna be? Wait, was Femiua in?
Imagine just the main character.
Was Femiua in the prisoner like when he's flying away?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And
Famua and Deborah Chow and Dave
and
Filoni.
okay, that's so cool, man.
Yeah.
After watching the gallery, I'm hyped because about those guys.
Famua is a cool guy, eh?
Dude, Famuyiwa is a great guy. We're gonna get to Famuyiwa soon because
Yeah.
he does a crazy episode. Does he do two this season?
No,
No, just the one.
just the one.
He did two the last season.
Yeah, he did the child and the
Yeah.
prisoner.
Child is a great episode, by the way, too. I just rewatched that recently.
Oh, you did.
I did.
How'd it hold up on rewatch?
Very well. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was
Very
good.
short. It's the shortest episode.
Yeah, it is short. It's a little breeze. Well, it came out with the first episode, right? So
Not with. It came out a couple days after, but not exactly a week. But me and you watched it
we
back.
saw it the same day. Yeah. Well, it came out on the Friday, and then
Yeah,
because,
Disney Plus came out on the Tuesday, and then that came out on the Friday.
yeah. So I mean, it's pretty good. It was fine. It was yeah. But this episode we get the spiders.
Get the crazy spiders, which are similar to the Krykna, I believe they're called,
In the Fallen
from
Order?
Chopper Base.
Oh, and Chopper Base. Yeah.
And it's the same design as a original Ralph McQuarrie design from Empire.
I love the Ralph McQuarrie designs, man.
They go crazy. You know, Zeb is a Ralph McQuarrie Chewbacca design.
Really?
Yeah,
That's super cool.
they always do that stuff. It's like,
Yeah, I just reuse stuff. Like,
Yeah.
what else did they do that for? Like a character.
I know the what's his name? The fifth bro? No, not the. Yeah,
Fifth brother from
fifth
Rebels.
brothers in Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
He's an unused Kylo Ren design.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a bunch of like designs they just rehash into different characters, which I mean, why wouldn't they? Yeah. Zeb is a great guy though.
Zeb's
Who would you like? We like better, Zeb or Chewbacca?
I'm not answering that on camera, man. I would get killed.
Hey man, they're pretty. Okay, if Chewbacca could speak English, he would win.
Carabas.
Carabas. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty close. Anyways, my bad. Sorry
What
to
is
deviate.
Zeb's full name?
Zeb Aurelius.
No.
What is it?
His last name's Aurelius. Well, what's his first name?
It's Captain. I swear it's Zeb Aurelius. Like the full first name is Zeb Aurelius.
Oh, Garazeb.
Garazeb. Oh yes.
Goddamn
Okay.
legend.
Oh, and then it's Captain Aurelius. That's why when Callus says that. I'm currently rewatching Rebels. That's why we're not
Really?
rewatch. Yeah, I watched the whole thing already. I'm currently watching Rebels for the first time, and that's why we're referencing these characters.
How is it?
To give my first rating of the first impressions of the first two seasons, 'cause I'm currently on the third. It's a great show, man. I honestly think it got way too much hate from Star Wars fans for pretty much no reason, and it's probably some of the best exploration into Jedi stuff and the
Baby
Empire.
show, dude.
Pardon? What'd you say?
It's a baby show.
Yeah, it's for babies, but you know, it's
It's for babies, but Thrawn is making people blow themselves up.
Thrawn is killing
But-
people. That they kill like a representative in the first season, Callus.
That's the best. Okay, but we've gone on a big detour here.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. All right, so episode 2, stuff happens. It's a good time.
Not
We
that
get
much to
some-
say about it. I think it's just a fun little ride. I think there's great stuff with the baby.
And
The baby
Frog
in the
Lady.
first pretty much speaks
What do you mean?
to him. He's like
Oh yeah,
talking to him. When
they
he's
can like
trying to help
understand each other
Frog
kind of.
left, he's like like I don't know what language the Yoda species speaks, but
Yeah. And then fucking we gotta talk about the genocide this baby did on these
the eggs.
on Frog Lady's eggs.
It was crazy. I think people went too over the top with freaking out about it.
I was kind of traumatized by it a little bit.
It is shocking and it's very uncomfortable, but it's supposed to be. The thing that gets me is it just keeps happening.
I know. It's like he
Maybe
just
one
does
time it's
not.
like, oh, but then he learns, okay, he eats three, I think, over the course of the episode, and he just keeps
Yeah.
doing it. And he at the end they play for a laugh, but he just he just looks.
Yeah, I know. And
And
it's like,
he's like,
dude,
no. He just turns
these are
around, oh, I got one anyway, and just sucks it back.
these are the last fucking frog people to exist. Like,
Oh, he
come on.
reminds me of my dog in that episode. He really does. Eating
just,
stuff he's not supposed to.
just does stuff that you do not want them to. Yeah, but overall pretty good. I like Frog Lady. I like the person that plays her.
Hmm.
Um, that was crazy. I gotta say the costume design for her is awesome.
Yeah.
I don't like the name. I think they should have given her an actual name.
Really? I love it.
Just call her Frog Lady.
Well, they don't. Well, no one in the show calls it. It's just like us. We get to call her Frog Lady.
Oh, that's the thing. Okay.
No one says Frog Lady in the show.
I don't know. I thought that was the canon name, and I was
You
like,
know, it
that's
is the canon name.
okay.
That's because there's no other name to give her, right?
I guess it's okay. But are these people just frogs? Like, is that their species?
I don't know.
It
I
doesn't
don't think so
matter.
because we've seen other frogs before.
Yeah,
Baby
we've
Yoda
seen.
ate real, like, non-sentient
There
frogs.
is a frog called a Gizak, so that's a thing in Star Wars.
Kotor, I'm
Yeah,
guessing. That's how you
yeah,
know about that.
yeah, man. I'm just well versed in the Star Wars universe
Oh,
now.
is that what Jar Jar eats in Phantom Menace?
I think so.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure it's probably what Grogu eats in Episode 2.
Mm.
Anyways,
Anyway, so
on
that
to.
episode was directed by Peyton Reed.
Mhm. And everyone was up in arms when he was announced to do a later episode, which we will get to. But anyways,
Well, it was a fine episode, but getting to
some great
episode 3,
episodes.
the
Like
Heiress. This episode,
Eris, whatever you say it.
it's different, man.
Dude, I love this episode so much.
Me too, man. It's so hype.
I did get spoiled who was in this episode inadvertently, like through inference, but I did not think they would be such a main player in the episode, and I did not expect the voice actor to play them, which I
Yeah.
love.
So we get Bo-Katan Kryze returning from the Clone Wars and from Rebels. You know, in Rebels. Spoilers, I guess, James.
She gets the dark saber.
She gets the Darksaber.
Mm-hmm.
But then last shot of season 1, we see Gideon with the Darksaber.
So we don't know what the hell happened in between them.
So now we see Bo-Katan, played by Katie Sackhoff, same person who's voiced her since 2013.
Beginning of time.
And it's just, she just kills it. It's
Let's
incredible.
talk about the introduction to them, because I think that blew my mind.
It's a great introduction.
I think it's the second best character introduction, third best of the but these have like the best character introductions of any show ever. But so he's on the barge or whatever with these weird. What are these? These are not calamari. These are like the weird,
they're
like
called
other.
And they're the Davy Jones guys. Everyone
Davy
always
Jones. Yes. Okay.
Jones.
He's on there and he's like, "Oh, lead me to these fellas," and then they're like, "Oh, check this out," and they just dump the child into
into that water
of a fucking evil monster. And we're like, "Here we go, another monster episode. What the fuck?" And then all we see out of nowhere is some fucking. We don't even see them before. We just see your laser shots, right? Isn't that what happens?
Yeah, we just see shots.
And we're like, "What's going on?" And then we see 3 night owls, right? Night Watch, is that what they're called?
Well, the group of women is called Night Owls, so
okay, but he's I guess
Woes is not a night owl, but
whatever. 3 Mandalorians of Vizsla clan, I guess, show up, and then it's just a crazy thing when you see Din take off when Din sees them take off their helmets.
Oh yeah.
I think that was such an awesome reveal, and
reveal that he's a child of the Watch, which is a crazy kind of group of
zealots,
crazy cult kinda. that they just don't take off the helmet. They want things to go back to the ancient ways.
Where no one fucking knows about them.
Which, that's not really how Mandalore's been working.
And he's like, "You guys are fake Mandalorians." And they're like, actually, like you are.
Actually, the CEO of the company.
I know. She's like the rightful queen. Well, I guess not anymore because she lost her claim to the throne. But whatever, she was the rightful queen. And it's just some insane Mandalore hijinks from there.
Yeah, they hijack a freighter. It's a great action sequence.
I love the Bo-Katan action in this episode where she's just
so good.
Destroying people. Doesn't she have a knife on her wrist or whatever?
On her wrist, yeah.
That's so cool. And she's just like stabbing stormtroopers left and right. I really, really love the scene on the freighter where he goes full barrage mode with the grenades and he's just
he's taking all the shots.
And another thing I like about that episode was in the gallery, when Filoni, was it Filoni or Favreau? I forget. They were talking about like how he shouldn't be like a part of the group.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool, like seeing it upon like a rewatch, I guess. I haven't rewatched the episode, but in that other lens. And yeah, it was just great character development for Din. Great introduction. We get to see, what's that dude's name that he just dies, I guess?
What dude?
The guy with the curly hair, the Mandalorian.
Axe Woves.
Axe Woves. I guess he's dead. Like, fuck.
I guess he's dead. He's doing another mission. Who knows, man?
Who knows, man? It's all good.
They wanted to do it. Girls Get It Done.
They wanted to do it, and you know, it would have been really authentic if he was never there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's way better than the Girls Get It Done in Marvel. I think we can all agree on that. But the Girls Get It Done, by the way, is from what's it called? The Boys. Where they have like
that's still the best.
I think it's still the best one because
it makes sense the most.
They satirize the concept and then they do it,
and then they do it, and it makes 100% perfect sense.
And it's just amazing. And yeah, it was so good. But because of his existence in this show, it's just like because I didn't question it for a minute until I saw them doing it, and I was like, okay, I get it. But whatever. It's not a hate on it. It was a great scene. Anyways, great episode. What are your thoughts, Johnny? Let's hear it.
Loved it, man. I love seeing Bo, this character who I've spent a lot of time with, killed it in the Clone Wars, and even just from seeing the final season of the Clone Wars, which was only a couple months before this.
Oh yeah, and she's in it.
She's in it big time. The last arc with certain someone else who
we'll talk about soon.
But Katie Sackhoff just kills it.
She is a great Bo-Katan in live action.
In the live action, and I was just so happy. I was just shocked, really, of how smooth and well the transition came from animation to live action.
The only other time that happened was with Saw Gerrera, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll get into later, but fuck Saw Gerrera, man.
I don't think Saw Gerrera. I think Saw Gerrera was a character that was written as like whatever. They just came up with another Star Wars name for him, and then
it just became everything.
The story group saw the script, and they said, "Hey, this guy's kind of like Saw Gerrera. Let's just make him Saw Gerrera."
Because he wasn't. What else? He was in the Clone Wars, and then Rebels. I just saw him in Rebels.
Rebels was after Rogue One, so yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same voice too in Rebels.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
It's
he's way younger.
It's Forrest Whitaker.
I don't know how younger this guy is. Like, because Forrest Whitaker's an old ass dude, man.
Well, not even way younger. I think the thing is he hasn't had whatever happens that makes him have to have that like breathing too.
Oh yeah. Did we ever find out what that is? Is that like in a book or something?
I kept expecting in Rebels for them to do it, but they never do it.
Weird.
So but you'll see him again in Rebels.
Okay. Fuck Saw Gerrera. Anyways, I don't know why I hate this guy so much. I just don't. I don't know. Forrest Whitaker's great though. I don't. I
He's
don't have
great.
any.
You can't lie, I was so hyped when he pulled up in Fallen Order, though.
Oh yeah, it was pretty cool.
Dude,
But everyone's just like, this guy sucks. in Fallen Order.
speaking of that, dude, did you see today?
See what?
You did not tell me you didn't see the announcement.
Dude, no way. There's an announcement.
Okay, let me. EA Games just tweeted. We are pleased to announce Star Wars Jedi Hidden Temple releasing November 16th, 2021.
Star Wars, dude. Let's see this. By the way, Squadrons came out recently.
Oh yeah. It was alright.
Hidden Temple. Let's see this. It's just coming up with some challenges. I'll just go on EA's Twitter. Anyways, let's go back onto Mandalorian.
I'm kidding, there's no announcement.
Dude, fuck you.
Dude, I was hoping you're gonna get hyped and then I could like hit you with a no man.
Dude, I was hyped. I wanted to see what it like. I love the Fallen Order, man. It's a great game.
It's gonna be like Star Wars Jedi and then another subtitle. But
Did I tell you? We'll talk about Fallen Order later. We have to do this Mandalorian thing.
yeah.
All right. So Fallen Order, whatever. Mandalorian episode 3, great time.
Wait, but at the end of that episode, you know,
There is something.
Nando's
Yes.
been asking.
He needs a Jedi.
Jedi. She says, I can lead you to one, but you gotta help me on the mission. So I say, sure, helps you on the mission. Says, where do I find the Jedi? She says, go to the city of Caladan on the forest planet of Corvus. There you will find Ahsoka Tano.
And then
We were hyped.
yeah, that was a crazy thing. We kind of knew she was coming because of the actor announcement, but
yes.
we were excited. And then we're like, oh, she's gonna beat Moff Gideon like easy,
Yeah.
and then
we were. No, we'll get into why we thought what we thought, but again, we were hyped for the. I knew right after because it was coming out that Carl Weathers was doing the next one.
You knew it was not gonna be her.
Knew right away, I'm like, she's not gonna be in the next episode. No way.
Because Filoni needs to work on Ahsoka.
We start with the next episode, Chapter 12, The Siege. Not the Siege of Mandalore, not the Siege of Lothal, just the Siege.
It's the Siege of whatever. The Siege of.
Because usually when Siege is in the title, the episode goes dummy, but.
Yeah, the Siege of the Navarro Empire base.
And this one, I think, might be.
The lowest of the low.
My least favorite.
I think it's a fun episode.
I think it's a very fun. I still really like it.
It's a roller coaster. It's literally a roller coaster episode.
Yeah.
It's like what Scorsese said about the Marvel films. It's an amusement park, and I love it for that. I think it's a really fun time. I think they should make a ride out of it.
Yeah,
Galaxy's Edge.
Carl Weathers does a great job directing.
I know he does a great job. Plus, how he's acting the episode is pretty remarkable.
Love seeing Grief back.
Yeah, Grief and Cara. We get a great Cara Dune.
There's some great Cara Dune stuff with the New Republic.
She's the Marshal, and we get that Marshal intro, which is a great intro.
Yeah.
In the Mandalorian, like enclave, whatever you call it.
Yeah. The sewer.
The sewer, yeah. Great time with them. We get the Mithril back, who, you know, I thought I'd hate him, but he's a pretty good guy, you know.
He's a good guy. Just working off the debt, you know.
He's just working off his debt.
He was cooking the books, but
yeah, he and then I love the part with the speeder or whatever, what the fuck, the tank.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a big reveal. Johnny, tell them about
the big reveal that we see a tank. We see that this facility that they're trying to shut down, they think
not like a war tank, like a backed tank.
Oh yeah, they think it's just some like.
It's weird.
They think it's like a weapons facility or something, but they see this massive tank with a body in it, and the body looks quite a bit like Supreme Leader Snoke.
Yeah, someone we know.
And the music playing sounds quite a bit like the Supreme Leader Snoke theme.
And then we get Dr.
Then we
Pershing
get Dr. Pershing who says, "Oh, we've been doing experiments with the child's blood." So basically,
and the M count. That's a big.
yeah, I talked about the M count. Looks like Moff Gideon is taking the child's blood and trying to
To
infuse it into others to give them more midichlorians, to give them some kind of hold
force
on
powers.
powers. Yeah,
But we don't know exactly if
we don't
it's a
know exactly for
Snoke
sure any
thing.
what Snoke or Palpatine or whatever.
Let's hear your. I want to hear your opinion if you would want it to be a Snoke thing or you want it to be a whole new thing. Because there's some benefits to both, I think.
Here's what I think is gonna happen.
Hmm.
Nothing.
Oh, you don't think we're gonna
I
get
think they're
any?
just not. I think that's just gonna be like a thing that like people can speculate it's Snoke. They can speculate it's whatever, but that's just like a little hint. I think ultimately it's not that important to the story what the Empire
Hmm.
wanted with him.
Yeah,
They're just doing experiments kind of type thing.
yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing about that is we don't know what the story is gonna be afterwards.
Yeah, I have no idea what season 3 of the show is gonna look like.
But that's all. That's always fun. I like when we don't know
I
what.
do like that very much because now it's kind of going into unknown territory, kind of.
Speculation is gonna be impossible, and I like when
Yeah.
speculation is impossible.
Well, we are gonna speculate.
Oh, we're gonna speculate, but the thing that I found that ruined the sequel trilogy for a lot of people was the cumbrous amounts of what's the fucking word? The crazy amount of speculation.
Cumbius?
What?
Cumbius?
I don't know, man. What's the word?
Bees?
These. Um.
Cumbies?
Have you seen the cyberpunk memes where it's just Keanu Reeves saying something and then they play like some crazy music and it's like come and like dude, you gotta I'll try to show you them after. They're really funny.
Okay.
Or it's like balls or something like he's just saying a bunch of like
Oh,
stupid
I
shit.
love Keanu Reeves.
Dude, it's so funny. Anyways, the speculation that the Force Awakens caused people to do, like ruin
He
The
ruined.
Last Jedi
Yeah.
and the subsequent other movies. But yeah, I like when we don't know what's going on. I think surprise is always better. I think theorists on YouTube ruin movies most of the time. But it's
That's
theories are fun to do, you know.
yeah. Or speculate responsibly. That's a
Exactly.
hashtag going through.
Anyways, okay, on to the big one.
So yeah, basically in that episode, Mando gets his ship fixed, and now he's
That's the whole point. You have to go get his ship fixed because the sea people did a shit job.
we're going on to the next ep. Oh wait. At the end of that episode, we see that there's been a tracker placed
Oh, on the ship,
on the
yeah.
crest, and we see Gideon looking at, well, we don't know what they are in the moon, but these droid type, huge droid things,
Mech suits or whatever. I don't know. Who knows?
saying, "Oh, we're gonna get him. We'll be ready."
Yo, they killed that girl, eh? The one that keeps reporting to him, the Imperial
Damn, they
officer.
did. They
That's
must.
great. Anyways, okay. Um,
But that was what led me to believe then, because we knew the next episode was by Dave Filoni, so I'm thinking 100% this is the Ahsoka episode.
and you
But
thought
then
Gideon was
they just
fault
set up
anyway.
that Gideon thing. So Gideon's gonna, this whole episode is gonna be like Gideon versus Ahsoka. It's gonna be nuts. And I think I got my hypes up way too much for that.
Because then we heard the magistrate.
Then we heard the match rate. I went, oh, okay. But in hindsight now, I think it's important because it's important that she shines
Mm-hmm.
through this episode, and the fight with Gideon would take away from that. And
Because
this
Gideon is a shiner in his own way,
is the
man. That
shine,
guy.
right? That dark saber is a shiner.
All right. So talked about the episode, Johnny, because I know you love this episode.
Chapter 13.
The Jedi.
First of all, she's not a Jedi,
Yeah. Well.
for one thing. Second of all, this is probably my favorite episode of the whole show.
Damn.
It's incredible. Brings one of my favorite characters of all time, Ahsoka Tano, to live action. I got a cardboard cutout of her. Um, Rosario Dawson comes in, plays her, does an incredible, incredible job. The
Yeah,
makeup, the look, it's
it's all
all
great. It's all amazing.
perfection. The Leku, or not the Leku, the Montrals are a little too short, but hey,
It's
what are you gonna
fine.
do?
Who cares,
Whose
really?
beard is 6 feet long in the Clone
Pardon?
Wars? Count Dooku's beard is 6 feet long in the Clone Wars. But in reality, it's not. So
It's
it's more stylized in Clone Wars than
yeah, and whatever. Twi'lek's. She's not Twi'lek. She's what is she?
Togruta.
Garuda. Garudas. Who cares? They grow. They shrink. There's a canon explanation.
Fine.
She got a
But
haircut,
we
man. That's
start
all
this
it
episode
is.
off, and it's like I was shocked because right from the start it just shows white lightsabers attacking some people.
I'm really happy about that, actually.
Me
I
too.
wouldn't want it to be some kind of like crazy suspense because you already got that with
Yeah,
Bo-Katan.
like they
So
string you along.
yeah, but I like that it's just like there she is,
Reveal.
boom.
And right away, you hear her theme from Clone Wars and Rebels that Ludwig Göransson is now doing,
Hmm.
and it's just so cool. And Dave just kills it with this episode. This episode is so gorgeous.
It's a
Just
really good looking
it's the
episode.
best. I think it's the got the best cinematography in the show.
Honestly, I
It's
like
so
the
forth at
planet.
night with the moon behind them.
Hmm.
It's so good. It looks the whole like the magistrate's whole area is such a. Oh, it's just so cool.
And it's crazy because this guy is not a director. He's like literally just like,
Nah,
but he's doing good, man. He's doing some great
good
stuff.
work, man.
Um, what was I gonna say before? Shoot. Ludwig Göransson, great stuff the
Oh,
whole season.
best. My
I don't
favorite,
usually notice
definitely
scores.
my favorite composer.
Jonathan, what's your score halfway through the
Score
series?
for it's a 10, man.
10 on the score. I think it's the highest one we've
He
gotten.
just destroys it. Like from between the Marshal has such a cool theme.
Mm-hmm.
Bo-Katan has a great, Bo-Katan's theme.
What is it again? Just Oh yes, that's so good.
It's so hype.
That's a
Um,
great theme.
Ahsoka's theme incredible.
Mhm.
Boba Fett's theme goes crazy.
We'll get there.
Have
We'll
you
get
heard
there.
that one? Huh? What was that?
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll
Good.
get
There we
to
go.
it. Yeah, so basically there's a magistrate in the place and she has to get
Just to get some information from this magistrate.
who's taking over this colony of
Not to
people.
sound crazy, but Mando shows up. Magistrate tells him to kill Ahsoka. He
Yeah.
just finds her. There's a brief fight.
Yeah, which I liked. I liked
Cool
that it
fight.
showed that lightsabers can't
And the
cut through
fight really
Beskar.
the fight's kind of really reminiscent of when Luke fights Boba Fett.
Yeah, a little bit.
Same way like he does like the like grappling hook around the Jedi.
They cut it and
And
then
then
like
cut it, and it's kind of similar. But I love just how quickly it just
stops.
he goes. Bo-Katan sent me, and she's there. She's still kind of wary, but she takes one look
She's like,
at the baby because he says we need to talk. She takes one look at the baby. She puts
I
the
hope it's
safety
about
back
her.
in, whatever it's called, undoes them, and she just says, "I hope it's about him."
And he's just sitting there
And
all
he's just sitting
cute.
there vibing. The music during that part's so good too. And
I
then
love that. I love that scene a lot, actually.
they communicate through each other through the Force, and
Which was amazing.
amazing. We find out that the baby's name is Grogu.
Grogu.
And
And
I people, make fun of that saying it's so stupid. We're still just gonna call him Baby Yoda. I honestly love the name. I think it's such a good name.
I'm really happy he has a name, first of
Me-
all. I would not want to be called the child the whole series or any longer. I
Okay,
think they kept it.
let me tell you something. The other day, so I have I have a Christmas Grogu outside on my front
Yeah.
lawn for Christmas blow up. I heard this like little kid walking with his mom outside because my window was open.
Yeah.
His mom's like, "Who's that? Who's that?" And the kid's like, "It's Grogu." And I got
Aww.
hyped. I'm like, "Thank God!" If he said Baby Yoda, I would have, I would have pulled
Sniped
out
him.
Edge, and I would have just ran out of there. What did you say?
No, I think it's a good name. I think it was kind of jarring just to hear it. Like
Jarring to hear it, yeah.
I was like, oh, so that's his name. Because I thought Din was gonna name him or something.
Oh,
But that wouldn't make sense because he's been
no.
alive for 50 years.
And his reaction to his name is just amazing.
That is so good. It's so perfect. And I think it suits him. If he was named like Goda or something, it would just be too like
Goda.
it would be just too reminiscent of Yoda. Like they're trying to separate themselves, but also in the same vein, which I like. Like you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Grogu, it's a good name. I think it getting too much. Everything in Star Wars gets too much hate by the fans, but
Oh yeah.
I think yeah, they did a good job. I love it. I think it's really funny and cute, and it suits him. And yeah,
great. But then we get some more information that
of who he
he
is,
was the Jedi Temple on Coruscant.
which is kind of crazy.
Kind of crazy. He somehow escaped Anakin's wrath.
Yeah, exactly.
And
But the
said
thing
he
is,
has
who
many
could have
masters.
saved him?
Yeah. There's a mystery. Someone saved him, and they said who. Now I've heard a lot of rumors about this.
Who do you think? What's the deal
That it could be Obi-Wan, and that we see a flashback of him doing it
in
in
the
Obi-Wan.
show? Yeah.
One thing I've heard a lot actually is that it was somehow the Bad Batch,
Oh, okay.
where someone hired them to save him,
I would not want that, but
and they showed, and that's gonna happen in the show. James is a Bad Batch hater, everyone.
no. I just think I prefer if it was
For
something.
Obi-Wan, and it happened in the show, right?
Yeah, I prefer Obi-Wan because then it would give the show some like connection to.
Connective tissue.
Yeah, exactly.
Then
Um,
they're already connecting Bad Batch to Fennec, but
I'd probably prefer Obi-Wan over Mace Windu
yeah,
or
it
whatever
could
people are
be.
saying, or Yoda because I think Yoda
Yeah.
couldn't even carry the kid for God's sake. So, like, you're so fucking heavy.
Uh,
Heavy you are, and he's just like trying to run.
but yeah, I think it's crazy that he was on Coruscant.
Which is nuts. Like
The whole time watching the prequels, now you got dude, the baby's there.
he's there. He's been around the whole time, 50
Still
years. So
training. Probably Plo Koon.
probably.
Gotta love Plo.
Hey, Plo Koon's a great guy. Dave Filoni would definitely make Plo Koon his
Oh
trainer.
yeah. Oh yeah. But then we get a great little training scene with Grogu and Ahsoka.
Which is really fun.
And Grogu really he's not doing anything with her. But she tells Mando to do it, and he uses the little ball.
Dude, that ball is a great. It's so
a
good.
great device, And he does it, but then she realizes that he's actually has a big connection to
Din.
Din, and she says, "I can't train him. He's too attached to you. It's dangerous. I've seen what those feelings can do to a fully trained Jedi Knight, to the best of us."
Yeah, so that's some
And
callback.
big callback to Anakin.
Uh-huh.
And it's very, very big thing for her what happened to Anakin. This is why I hope in the future we get some resolution. I hope she can find out what happened to Anakin.
Peace.
Get some peace with that.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that's great. But then she says, then the Mandalorian says, "I'll help you defeat that magistrate if you train the kid."
Yeah.
Ahsoka, she doesn't really say yes. She just goes, with it kind of. But we get some awesome action with Ahsoka.
With some droids and
Killing it there with some HK droids.
yes, those are some.
Those are what those are. And they're fighting, and then Ahsoka goes and has this crazy one-on-one samurai fight with the magistrate who has the Beskar spear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such
How
a
did
great
she get
fight.
it? Who knows? But
and we've got Din versus
that weird guy.
Character.
Probably he was probably the worst part of that episode, but that's fine.
Not even bad, man.
He's fine. I love the mayor who comes in at the end.
Dude, that guy's a Disney Imagineer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I saw that was that in the gallery?
I don't think it was in the gallery. But I'm like, damn, that's crazy that guy's an Imagineer. He wasn't too bad an actor.
Yeah, he's a good guy. They just bring in anybody in these shows. Just like, all right,
They
throw
throw
on the
it all
costume.
in. They throw it all in. But then, Ahsoka defeats the magistrate.
Which that fight is crazy.
That fight is amazing. But
It's,
then,
it's a beautiful fight too, like the samurai kind of
oh,
thing. Great time.
hits with the, where is your master? Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Does she say Grand Admiral?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
And you know me.
You love Thrawn.
I was losing it when that was said.
Mm-hmm.
Thrawn means Ezra, means Rebel sequel. It's coming in live action, means I'm very happy, is what that means.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to talk about this in the Heiress, but we thought that wrestler was going to be Sabine, which is not
Yeah.
Sabine. But whatever. Kind of happy that it's not Sabine.
Yeah. But and then basically, they leave.
Mm-hmm.
Then Ahsoka says, I really can't train him. It's not right. Then he says, well, then what the hell do I do?
He's like, fuck.
Go to Tython and go to a temple on a seeing stone. Put him there, and he can connect and communicate with Jedi if there's any Jedi out there.
If he reaches out or whatever.
And he says, okay. And they go, and that's the end of the episode. And I think, mwah, chef's kiss. Incredible
Great episode. Good job, Filoni.
Filoni kills it, man. Written and directed.
We never see Ahsoka Tano again.
Ever.
We assume she dies on Alderaan. I'm just kidding.
We assume she died on Lucia. We just assumed she was on the Trade Federation ship in Phantom Menace.
Yeah, as a child. It's all whatever. Anyways, on to the next episode, which is one of the best episodes.
And a half.
Mm-hmm.
Insanity.
When Johnny and I saw the runtime, we were quite upset.
We were worried. It was a really short episode, 33 minutes.
Mm-hmm. One of the shortest.
But it's chapter 14, the tragedy, and when we saw that,
which was crazy. We're like, what the? Because it was just a crazy good scene with him talking to Grogu.
Yeah.
Laughing, having a good time.
Saying, I don't want to really. You're a really special kid. You have to go to your own kind, and he was kind of sad that he didn't want to give him up.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just crazy. Like, we go to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Right away, which I actually thought we were gonna have an episode with maybe another side mission and then go to the temple, but straight away we go to the temple.
Right away.
Which I loved. Keep things moving fast.
They jetpack to the stone or whatever.
He placed him on the seeing stone, and then the baby makes some huge crazy force connection.
And he's sitting cross-legged with
cross-legged, his fingers in like the yoga position.
Yeah, that was nuts.
And then all we see, a ship fly in the air. And I go, wait a minute. Is that the Slave One?
Yeah, we were going ballistic.
And we were going crazy. Is that the Slave One? Then all we see, Mando tries to get the baby. He can't because there's a shield blocking.
Yeah, there's that force kind of shield.
But then he like runs to where the ship is, and all you hear, he gets shot, like stopping him in place, and he's hiding behind a rock. All you hear is, "I've been tracking you, Mandalorian," and we got so hyped because paying off from the cliff, little cliffhanger at the end of episode 1, we see Tamora Morrison as Boba Fett in the black robes.
In the Tuscan robes, you could think, or whatever.
And we see he's got Fennec Shand with him.
Alive, somehow.
Alive. That was him who saved her at the end of the Gunslinger.
Yes.
And, great seeing her back. Ming, gotta love Ming-Na Wen from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent May.
She's great as Fennec Shand. I love her.
Fennec Shand, dude. And we just see Boba Fett, and he just wants his armor.
Yeah, and he's like, I can't, and then Mando's thinking it's his armor.
Yeah.
Not it. He wants the armor.
Give me the armor, or he's gonna have Fennec shoot on the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Then Din's like, oh, I don't know, is it really yours? Belongs to Mandalorians? And he said, oh, it belonged to my father. But anyway,
That gets cut short.
that gets short because the Empire shows up and a bunch of stormtroopers show up. And then we
Mm.
get this crazy, insane,
Fight
super
sequence,
long fight sequence.
which is Robert Rodriguez at
Robert
his best, I
at his
think,
best, man. Of just Boba Fett unhinged with that stick.
with the
Going,
gaffy stick.
the gaffy stick going crazy, just cracking stormtrooper helmets like crazy. It was
Like
so amazing.
that is some of the best Star Wars action
It is
I've
so
seen. Honestly, it's so good, so
Fennec is
fun.
going around shooting everyone too. It's just amazing action in that episode all around.
The boulder coming down, and then when stuff gets tight and everyone loses hope,
Oh,
we
Boba
see
sees his armor in the Razor Crest, grabs it, and he's back, baby. Back in
he's
full
got the
force,
armor.
going crazy. This guy's even got knee rockets.
Yeah, he used the knee rockets for the first time. I
And,
love the way that they did his combat style. Like they did it
yeah.
like the Maui like
Mhm.
Hawaiian thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome that they incorporated that. And he was just like, oh, so cool. And like him shooting the rockets and the pistol, like that intro scene, I guess you
Yeah.
call it intro scene to Boba Fett in the armor is amazing.
Or even when he takes down the freighters,
Mm-hmm.
it's just so cool.
I prefer this over the clumsy Boba Fett that I kind of wanted for a while, but I'm happy with it. I love it.
I love it so much. Then we see all the stormtroopers are defeated.
Uh-huh.
And suddenly, boom, a shot from the sky comes up, and bang, the Razor Crest is blown to smithereens.
Like, that was insane.
We were freaking out. We did not expect that at all.
Uh-huh. And that's the true tragedy of the episode.
That's the true tragedy. Well, there is another tragedy because then we see Gideon in his Star Cruiser, and he says, deploy the Dark Troopers, which are those robots we saw at the end of episode 4. They all come, and they snatch the baby up.
Mm-hmm.
And
he finishes his meditation.
Yeah.
His battle meditation.
And now they got the baby. They get Boba Fett to try to tail it, but then Din says, no, you're going to hurt him.
Yeah, you're going to blow him up, or whatever.
Then the Empire gets out of there, and then they're just left on that planet.
Mm-hmm.
But then we see Din is just shot. He's in the ruins of his ship. He's just there. He's sat. He finds Baby Yoda's ball. He grabs it.
Grabs his spear.
He grabs his spear, which is still alive.
Rest in peace, the Destructo Ray gun.
But then he goes and talks to Boba Fett, who he finds out Jango Fett was actually a foundling.
Uh-huh. And did you see like a breakdown video?
Yeah, Jaster Mareel.
Jaster Mareel, he's there,
like
man.
his Django's mentor, kind of. The guy
Yeah.
in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think that's really cool stuff. And I guess so. Django confirmed to be a Mandalorian, but Boba,
He's
I guess
just
being
the
son.
son.
Boba's just his own thing, right? He says he doesn't really have a creed or anything. He just does whatever he wants.
No, yeah, but it's rightfully his because
It's rightfully his because it's his father. So
the succession. He's in the clan of Fett
Yeah.
or whatever, or
mm-hmm.
Mareel. I guess it would be Mareel because
And real.
which is cool. That leads to some cool stuff we see later on. But
Yeah.
overall, that episode was fantastic.
Well, also at the end of that episode, they go to Navarro.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that.
See Cara Dune. Or now they're just the slave one is just their. Oh yeah, and then Boba and Fennec say they're indebted to the Mandalorian now
because
until they get the baby back. Because that was the baby for the armor.
They got some kind of honor system, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great. And then we see the Gideon's cruiser, and Baby Yoda is there.
And he toys with them.
He is destroying some stormtroopers.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
He's slamming them into the walls like crazy, and Moff Gideon's like, "Oh wait, stop!" And he just let him happen. Wait, let's Baby Grogu tire himself out. And then he shows him the Darksaber, and he's like, "Oh, you like this?" And it's just really kind of crazy. And he says, "No, you're not ready to play with such things yet." Then they put the baby in shackles.
They put him in these restrictors.
Directed by Robert Rodriguez. I think it's a incredible episode.
Great episode. Return of Boba Fett. Love it.
Done so well.
Can't wait for a certain show that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on to the next episode, which is kind of like a dip before the final, but it wasn't a dip. I would say
Not really, not dip in quality, just kind of in like
theme, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it really goes into theme too. This one.
Oh yeah, but like it's just a little bit of a diversion from the main plot, which is fine.
Yeah. The next episode is chapter 15, The Believer.
Interesting title.
It's an interesting title because it does make you think as to what
the fuck that means, but
who's that's referring to.
Yeah.
Basically, we see Mayfeld. We've learned the last episode they got to pick him up because he can know the location of Gideon's ship.
Cruiser, yeah, light cruiser.
So they go. Cara Dune breaks him out.
We thought it was gonna be a heist, breakout episode. It completely was not that.
It's not.
It was kind of a heist episode, but not in the traditional sense.
I thought it was gonna be a prison break kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
let's just say Rick Famuyiwa does a great prison break episode.
Yeah.
So.
You heard he's rebooting Prison Break?
Is he?
Yeah. With Mayfeld as the
Mayfeld's gonna be what's his name?
Lincoln.
No, the guy with the tattoos. What the fuck's that guy's name?
Schofield.
Yeah, he's gonna be Schofield.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine fucking Bill Burr as Prison Break.
Tattoos.
Hey, I can't. Come on, man. I got the tattoos. I'm a quiet guy. Can't you see?
I'm a quiet guy.
Anyways, all right. We get a weird they gotta get some suits to go inside this car. So they get inside the base, and Mando is kind of being weird, where he's like, I guess I can wear the suit, and like.
Yeah. So his helmet's off. He's in the stormtrooper outfit now.
And Cara takes care of his armor. Mayfield is also with him in the car, and they have to drive this kind of like, what does it have? Radium or whatever?
Rhydonium.
Rhydonium.
It's been in Rebels, been in Clone Wars.
So they got like this kind of precious, what the fuck you call them? Radiation thing. And they're driving around, and a bunch of other things explode, but there's pirates. And that comes with a great action scene with Din on top of the car fighting them. And I love that he doesn't have the armor, so he's kind of getting fucking beat up.
He's taking shots because he's used to taking shots, but they're kind of like cracking the armor off of him.
Yeah, and he let's just, long story short, they get out of there. Then they get rescued by a TIE fighter, which is pretty interesting. That a TIE fighter rescues them.
Yeah, the TIE fighter and all the stormtroopers, and it's like a celebratory thing. Everyone's cheering, everyone's happy.
Because they were the only one that got through.
It's crazy seeing them as the good guys, and that's where Bill Burr makes his statement like, oh, the Empire, the New Republic, it's all the same to just the average people. We're just invaders on their land. Yeah,
and there's those little people who were like that village that was there, and they passed by. Anyways, yeah. So then they get in. There's some hijinks that arises.
There's a lot of hijinks.
First off, there's this. I'm thinking of it like that face scan is like you're not a robot,
That's exactly what. So there's a scan in order to get the coordinates for the light cruiser.
They have to go on a computer.
Scanner.
And scan their face.
Mayfeld's about to go, but he doesn't want him because he recognizes his old commanding officer. So he says,
he'll recognize me.
He'll recognize him, and it'll ruin the whole thing. Then the Mandalorian says, just give me the USB, I'll do it. And he said, well, you don't understand, you have to show your face. And he said, just give it to me. So he goes up to the thing, it starts to scan, then it says error, and he goes, he's got to do it for the kid. He takes it off. takes off the helmet. We see Pedro Pascal's wonderful face.
Wonderful mustache too.
Yeah. Incredible stash.
We'll talk about Pascal later this episode.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I don't know. We're already an hour and 9 minutes in, but we'll
yeah.
see.
But, he takes it off, and it's just a great moment, really, seeing what he's willing to do now for this kid.
First time he's in front of people with the thing on, and then shit goes crazy because this military officer's like, "Hey, who the fuck are you?" And then Mayfield's like, "Yo, hey, what's up?"
Hey, man, he's gonna. So I guess Mayfeld, he didn't recognize Mayfeld, which is good.
And the funny thing is about that, Din, who never has his helmet off to anybody, and Mayfeld's so shocked by this man's face. The first thing he says, "Oh, this is Brown Eyes." Like he notices his wonderful brown eyes. Like,
yeah, we call him Brown Eyes. There's some really good stuff with Mayfeld there. Then the officer's like, "Oh, let's go grab a drink." Then we get this amazing scene.
It's literally out of Inglourious Bastards, if anyone's seen it. Johnny is not, but it's directly that scene, but in Star Wars, which is pretty awesome. And tensions are high.
Tension is so high. Mayfeld starts talking about Operation Cinder, where that officer made the decision to basically kill his own men and a bunch of innocent people.
Speaking of Op Cinder, should I play the Battlefront story mode?
It's very short, so might as well just play it.
All right. Anyways, yeah. So there's that.
And yeah, Mayfeld's really getting really emotional about it
because all his buddies died.
And during this whole time, Mayfeld's talking about Din is just looking at him shaking his head the whole time.
Yeah, he's like, "Dude, don't do it."
Pedro's performs the whole time. He never looks at people with his peripheral vision. He always turns his head fully because that's what you do in a helmet. That's what he's used to.
Which is, I didn't even notice that. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. And basically, the officer starts saying, "Oh, with the Rhydonium you just brought in, we're gonna create havoc 10 times worse than Operation Cinder."
Yeah, and he's like,
and then that takes Mayfeld over the edge. He pulls out his gun and he kills that guy.
That guy. That guy was a dick. Who's the actor for that guy? That did a great job.
Yeah, guess who that guy plays?
Who?
The Night King.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
And also Joe Chill in Batman Begins.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Alright, well, that's pretty cool.
But then we get a crazy little action scene where they're fighting people in the base. They go out the window on this little ledge. They're escaping.
There's just snipers from Cardoon and Fennec.
Yes, Kara and Fennec are sniping, having their backs. They get out. They get on the Slave One, but Mayfeld grabs a rifle and
blows that shit up,
blowing it up to making sure that there's not another Operation Cinder. And he says, "In whatever makes you sleep at night." And then you just think, Mayfeld, hey, this is a great guy.
I know, great guy.
As Slave One's flying away, a couple TIE fighters come out.
Yep.
And
we get some crazy fan service in the best way.
Amazing fan service. The goddamn charge.
What's it called? The silent charge? Seismic charge, yes.
And then we get that amazing boom. It's just from Attack of the Clones, and it's just crazy.
So awesome.
So hype. I wish I could have watched it with James, but things happen.
Yeah, we did not see it together.
It's just insanity.
And we forgot to mention, Boba Fett has new armor in this episode.
Oh yeah, he painted his armor a nice little.
Yeah, it's also different because he's got the black thing. Black. The shoulder pads are different. It's all cool though. I like it. It actually really grew on me by the end. So
it's cool stuff.
All right, on to the last episode.
Well, they also let Mayfeld go, which is pretty good, and I think might tie into things in the future.
In Rangers, hopefully. Because Bill Burr is great. I love the character development they did with that guy.
Yeah.
Did not expect that to happen. We were kind of like, oh, really, Mayfeld?
It's very odd, that whole crew from The Prisoner.
Yeah.
Same.
It was a good episode, man. I thought they all died for sure though in that episode, but In my opinion, that guy got crushed by that door, and he's dead.
Yeah, well, there you go.
In my head canon. Anyways, all right.
Crazy last scene too, with Din going on the comm with Gideon,
Oh yes, how can I forget?
repeating his same speech that Gideon gave him of "You have something I want." He means more
Great
to me than
stuff.
you could ever know. It's just so.
That hologram is absolutely insane.
It's so amazing.
All right,
That
on to the big
episode's
one.
directed by Rick Famuyiwa, who I think kills it, and written by him.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Great stuff.
Famuyiwa should get a show. Just give everyone a show. Just
Yeah,
no
everyone.
more directors on this. All
Yeah,
right,
I do not think we're getting into the
Wonder Woman.
other film.
That's all good, man. We'll do it. We'll do it later.
We'll do a separate one, you know?
Yeah, it's fine. We get two content because that's gonna be a big discussion.
We can do Soul and that in an episode.
Okay, that's good. That's a good. I like that idea.
Yeah.
We were originally gonna do Wonder Woman this episode, but it's time is crunching.
Time is tight.
All right, on to the last episode.
Last episode, The Rescue, Chapter 6. Incredible.
So they first off they do some recruiting.
Yes, they go. Well, actually, not. First off, they take Dr. Pershing.
Yes.
And then
What happened to Dr. Pershing? Like they just put him in the prison?
Damn, maybe they killed him. I don't know.
Well, I don't think Kara would kill him because she's the rebel officer or whatever, Republic officer.
Probably just arrested them.
Yeah. They take him. We get some insane stormtrooper stuff.
Yeah, the stormtroopers are crazy.
He's like, one of them is like, "Hey man, I don't really care that much," and then one's just like,
shoots him right back. But then the other one's goading Kara.
With some Alderaan stuff.
Alderaan, small price to pay. I had friends on the Death Star.
He was in the Death Star.
He was the Death Star, and a lot of innocent people died. And then she just shoots him right in the face.
Yeah, good.
Crazy title drop.
Dr. Pershing talks about the Dark Troopers.
Tells them about the Dark Troopers. And they go to pick up Bo-Katan.
And Bongo, whatever the girl's name
is. Reese. And originally, didn't rewatching this, which I rewatched last night. So he doesn't know about her thing with Gideon at all.
Yeah.
The reason he goes to her for help is he says, "Oh, once we get the cruiser, you can have it
for Mandalore." Yeah.
Help you retake Mandalore. That's the only reason he's going to her.
Yeah, that's the bargaining chip he has.
And she just goes, "Okay, sure, but he's got something that I want, so I'm gonna need to keep that." And he goes, "Okay, fine."
All right, whatever.
I really love that scene. We get a fight between Boba and Casca.
And then they're like, "You're a fucking clone. You're a piece of shit."
Going crazy, and Boba Fett saying, "Oh, I've heard that voice so many times. You're a clone. You don't deserve that armor." And then Boba says, "This is my father's armor." Bo hits him with, "You mean your donor?"
Dude, why are they so fucked up? Why are they so mean to this poor guy?
So mean to this poor chap. He's a great dude.
It's like, yeah, your adopted father's fucking a bitch. Fuck you.
But they all.
It's like, damn, Jesus. There's some insane wrestling stuff.
They all agree to it a
little helping
each other out. They go, and the plan is to go to the cruiser, have the Slave One pretend to shoot at the ship they just stole.
Yeah, the little what's that Is that just a cruiser? I don't know what you call it.
I have no idea what that's called.
Transport ship.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think transport maybe. Yeah.
They hijack that. They're coming in. I love the scene with the TIE fighters coming out of the nose of the ship.
Yeah.
Really cool. Good. There's some good Boba Fett flying stuff. And then he just fucks off.
Yeah, they sneak in through there, and then Boba Fett's gone. No more for the rest of the rest of the episode proper. There's no more Boba Fett. Yeah.
So it's just Fennec, the two Mandalorians.
They get in. Fennec, the Mandos, and Kara. They go. They cause havoc. They're fighting the stormtroopers. Dude, they are killing these stormtroopers like crazy.
Left and right.
And usually they'll just knock out a stormtrooper. They'll just hit a stormtrooper and it'll go to the ground. In this, they hit the stormtrooper, they hit the ground, they're knocked out, but they still shoot in the head for good measure. Doing that,
Well, I
like,
guess because they want to take the ship, right? I guess
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the thing. Whatever. There's a big lack of stun gun usage in Star
Oh,
Wars.
use it on Grogu and at the end of episode 6, though.
Yeah, they do.
Knock him out, but it's just.
Um, yeah. Then they do that. They go to Din has to go to save Grogu,
Mm-hmm.
but there's the Dark Troopers that are booting
Yeah,
up.
they gotta take out the Dark Trooper room, pretty much. Steal it off, lock it off.
Mm. Yeah.
Well,
How
one,
great is the booting up scene for the Dark
oh,
Troopers?
it's so great. The music is going crazy, like dubstep kind of music.
Isn't that how it goes? Like.
Yeah, it's like.
I love the way those guys move. I think it's
Oh,
awesome. I love the design. I love their design. I think it's a brilliant design. They're super overpowered, which I love.
yeah. Because one of the Dark Troopers gets out, he manages to seal off the room and do the airlock to make them all fly out.
Yeah. I don't
One
know
of
why they
them,
would have an airlock. Oh, I
yeah,
guess to shoot them out for flying. Anyways,
one of them
uh,
manages to break through.
yeah, and he has
And
a
he's
crazy fight with the.
going in. He's banging his helmet into the wall, into the pipes.
Here we're thinking it's gonna crack, but
Yeah, I thought it was gonna crack and he's gonna lose his armor, but no, it didn't
no,
happen.
he's fine. It's like air sealed, so his
Yeah,
head doesn't die when he's getting hit.
and basically
Um,
he uses the Beskar spear to kind of take its head off.
mm,
It's very tough, and it really shows you how hard it is to beat one of the Dark Troopers.
yeah, we both have a theory that like the troopers have like a Beskar kind of mix in the armor, you know?
I don't know anymore because of what happens later.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it's
I don't
Durasteel.
know,
It's just
maybe, I
tough.
don't know. Are we even gonna see Dark Troopers again?
Maybe, probably not.
Like, are we even gonna see the Empire again?
I think we will with a
Probably.
certain person,
Yeah. Yeah.
but Gideon's in prison. But I think he'll come back for sure, since they made a big deal of keeping him alive.
Mm-hmm.
And they might team up later for some reason.
Maybe.
Anyways, so then we get to one of the best fight scenes I've seen. It's
Yeah.
so good.
So Din gets to the room.
And he sees Gideon there.
Sees Gideon with his saber drawn right in front
Onto
of Grogu.
Grogu's face.
And,
And
like,
he's like, hey man, you can just take him. It's
he says,
fine.
"Man, you can take him. Let me keep my ship."
And he's like, I don't give a fuck about these
Well,
Mandalorians, sure.
yeah, and he's like, fine, sure. So he goes to take him, but then Gideon
Swipes
goes
at
back
him.
on his word, swipes on him, and Mando starts. He doesn't even take the spear at first. He's just using his normal armor to protect himself.
Just block him, yeah, because he had no distance to take it out, right?
But dude, Gideon is going
He
crazy.
is swinging. Now I know why Giancarlo broke
Yeah, he
so
broke
many.
so many darks. Dude, he's going so hard on him.
The pure rage this man
Uh-huh.
has is brilliant.
I mean, that's what you got. Like, that guy did damn well for a non-force user with the lightsaber.
He did.
He was
I
killing.
think he's better than Vizsla was with it.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, you have to have gotten it somehow. So you must have some proficiency with fighting. You know what I mean?
But Vizsla, it's just crazy. It's just craziness.
And then he brings up the spear.
Yeah, Mando brings out the spear. He's going hard on it. Like, I love that when you see the saber going on the spear, it's like red hot.
Yeah, it's gonna sear in half, which is really cool because like it makes sense that it wouldn't like it obviously doesn't break it, but it would cut through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would just melt the heat.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the coolest choreographed pieces of fighting.
So good.
When he does the kick and it hits him on that like
he kicks his back and then goes behind his back and hits the saber. It's so cool.
It's so fast, but that is so
I know it is
so cool.
It's a very quick fight in general.
But I think
Maybe
it's
2 minutes
brilliant.
long, but
I think
it's
it's
great.
brilliant the whole way through because it's just pure rage, and he's just throwing the spear, and like then he eventually disarms him. He he entraps him, I guess, somehow. And guess what? He's got the fucking dark saber, man.
Yep. He beats him, and then Gideon goes, "You leave me alive. This will be interesting." Then this guy walks into the main room, which now all the, Fennec,
they took over the ship,
uh,
basically.
they took over the ship. They're in the main control room.
hmm
And Din walks in. He's got the baby in one hand, the dark
And the
saber in
dark
the
saber in
other,
the other, and Gideon's just
Gideon in
walking in front.
shackles in front of him. He's walking him over, and it's just crazy. And this guy has the dark saber drawn too.
He's keeping it at
And,
bay. He's just
and
meant,
Bo sees him,
and
and
she's
he's like,
flipping.
"Oh my god!" And then we see Gideon he's just smiling. He's just having a good time with all this. He's going,
I
"Oh,
love
well,
that he is the exposition
yeah."
person in this. I think it works so well.
So he's like, "Why don't you just kill him now?" Saying, "What are you talking about?" Gideon or Mando's trying to give the saber to her.
He's
She
like, she
goes,
can't take
if
it.
she can't take it, she has to defeat you in combat. And he says, "Well, I just yield." And he goes, "Oh no, it doesn't work that way. It's the story that brings the power to the saber."
hmm
And he's saying, "Come on, please, just take it." But then she says, "No, Gideon's right." But
And I
before
love
anything can
she
happen,
acts so brilliantly in that scene
yeah,
too.
she's
Katie
just there.
Sackhoff does a great job. You just see her like her conflict and how
Yeah.
mad she is
She's pissed that that happened.
that things didn't go her way. It's so good.
And then all of a sudden, breaking the tension, because you're thinking, what's going to happen? Are they going to fight? Is
Yeah.
she going to end up being the true big bad that they have to fight at the end?
No, well,
But all of a sudden,
you
all
see
the
some objects
darkness
flying
comes back
back.
because, they can fly, so putting
Yeah.
them into space isn't really going to do much.
And they're droids, so they won't die in space.
So they all come back, and they're all in front of the door. They're going to bust down the door.
Mm-hmm.
Gideon says, in a matter of moments, you're all going to be dead. And nothing you can do about it. But then,
We see a certain spaceship pull in.
they're in spaceship, one X-wing, and they even make a joke about it. One car's like, "Whoa, one X-wing, great, we're saved." But then we see Bo-Katan goes to comm, says, "Who are you?" And we need confirmation. Who are you? Just nothing, no
hmm
response at all. But then we see the baby start to turn his head a little,
Yeah.
and
A
then we
hooded
see a
finger.
shot on the security camera of a hooded figure.
Gotta say, I love they do the security camera
Yeah,
footage. I think that's so brilliant too.
genius.
Um, Hooded guy comes in, and soon enough, we see a certain lightsaber of a certain
Certain
color.
lightsaber, and when I tell you that we were losing our minds, I'm gonna play the clip after, but
Oh, it's loud, man.
we were freaking out.
Yeah, and he goes to town on those dark
Absolutely
troopers.
wreck the Dark Troopers. We get a scene that's so similar to the Rogue One hallway scene.
hmm Where he's just destroying everybody. He's
Yeah.
so powerful.
But it's crazy seeing that green lightsaber and just the outfits just exactly the same as Return of the Jedi.
Well, it's a little bit different because Return of the Jedi has that flap kind of outfit, you
Mhm.
know? But this one's just like robes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this is more akin to the Jabba's palace outfit. I don't know if it's different or not, but I think it might be. I'm not too sure.
Same,
I'm
all of Return of the
all
Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. I gotta rewatch. I still gotta watch New Hope.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyways, so some of the best like Luke stuff we've seen in like 30 years besides
It's so
Last
good.
Jedi. Um, and it's amazing. I honestly, it blew my mind. When then
Wrecks every single Dark Trooper. We see, I love seeing Gideon is so scared.
yeah, because he
He
probably knows who Luke is, right?
scares, yeah, probably.
And he's like, "Oh fuck, this is the guy who killed the Emperor or whatever."
Freaking, even like Grogu has his hand on the monitor,
Mhm.
looking at him.
Feels the Force,
Just
and doesn't
amazing.
he break open the thing with the door with the lightsaber? They don't let him in, right?
No, they let him in
Okay. Oh yeah, because Din's like
because
let him in.
Din's like let him in, and like, are you crazy? And he said, no, let him in. Then he walks in. His saber's drawn. He undoes the saber,
He unsheaths his hood.
unsheaths his hood, and oh, it's Mark Hamill de-aged.
Yeah,
But
and that causes some problems for some people. Gotta say,
it
I didn't care that much at all.
doesn't bother me in the slightest. It was just such an amazing, cool moment.
I think if he was an extended character for a long
Yeah,
time, maybe they should have hired an actor. But if he's just a cameo, like
it's
it's
fun.
fine. Like it's perfect. He's gonna probably show up like once next season and
Yeah.
then never again.
Hmm.
Like I'm perfectly happy with being Mark Hamill, and the voice is really good too.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks that bad. I think people just nitpick
I
stuff.
don't think it looks that bad at all either. It's just fine.
And I think if he does show up again, they'll make it even better.
Hmm.
So who cares? It's fine. Like whatever.
But
Um
Luke is
and
just saying, Din asks, "Are you a Jedi?"
yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And then he says, "Yeah, I'm here for the child." And then Din goes, "Yeah, okay, you gotta go, buddy. It's time for you to go. Be with your kind." But Baby Grogu doesn't want to leave.
Uh-huh. And he's touching the
And
helmet.
Luke says, "Oh, he's asking for your permission."
Uh-huh.
And he says, "Go, be with your kind. I'll see you again, I promise." He holds him up. Then he starts to touch his helmet.
Oh, so sad.
Such a beautiful, amazing, poignant thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Din goes, "Fuck the creed.
Fuck the Creed, man.
I love this kid." And he takes the helmet right off in front of absolutely everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at him, and then then the baby touches his face, and like Din closes his eyes as he's touching his face. It's such a beautiful moment. The music is the Baby Yoda theme throughout the season, which
Mm-hmm.
played for like kind of more whimsical moments.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the
But
Force theme for
in
him.
that moment, it like hits so hard, and
Yeah.
it's it's just so.
And like he's gone. Like we have to like face that he's going away.
But then we see he's still kind of struggling, want to go. It's kind of like you bring your kid to kindergarten, he doesn't want
Yeah.
to, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
But
pretty much
then
what it is.
because he's still clinging on to Din's leg, but then we see R2 pull up, and that was just such a nice
I love that R2 is there, man.
little cherry on top, and he's doing like a little excited dance. He might even know Grogu from when he was on
Maybe.
the temple.
Yeah.
And the baby goes and he says, "Yeah, I'll go." He goes in Luke's arm. Luke hits him off. The May the Force be with you. Din, now helmetless, is nodding back at Luke. We see them walk away. They're
And
playing a
that's it.
beautiful orchestral version. They get in the elevator. Elevator door slams closed. Go to black. Directed by Peyton Reed. Incredible. The last
So good.
10 minutes of that episode is some of the best Star, probably the best Star Wars ever.
Phenomenal. It's
It's so good.
perfect Star Wars. It's literally perfect
It's
Star
perfect
Wars.
Star Wars.
Um, yeah. So we left with that, and then we get an insane end credit scene.
Insane. After we see Jabba's palace.
Uh-huh.
We
Or
walk
should we say
Jabba's
Bib's
palace.
palace?
We see Bib Fortuna, who is now very large.
He's the gluttonous
Five.
man.
He's been gluttonous. I know you're loving. They're talking about the gluttony.
I love it. I
The
love that they
gallery.
made his neck big.
And all of a sudden we see some people shoot up Jabba's palace, and we see Fennec walk in.
Mm-hmm.
She
And
frees,
she frees the slave.
and then we see someone walking behind her, and of course it's Boba.
Of course.
And then we see him walk up to Bib. Bib's like, "Oh, Boba! I thought you were dead. I'm so happy to see you." Boba takes a gun, shoots Bib, kills him,
Right.
walks up to the throne, throws Bib right off the throne,
And
takes a
takes
seat
a
on him. Fennec's
big
behind him, grabs
squat.
Spotchka,
Some spotchka,
And his
man.
drink and it's sitting on the side of the throne, and with this amazing shot, the Boba Fett theme's going crazy.
And that's it. He's he's
And
sitting on the
cut to black
throne.
says the Book of Boba Fett coming December 2021.
I am really excited for the Book of Boba.
Especially because now Rob Rodriguez is one of the
And dude, that you can tell that man loves Boba Fett so much.
really. How nuts was the previs that he did with his sons?
With his kids, man. That's
Yeah,
so cool.
so cool.
And yeah, I think we're gonna get some flashbacks of the Sarlacc for sure. I really hope we do. I want to see what happened. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So yes, sir, that was the season.
That's the season. I give it some of the best Star Wars stuff
Yeah.
I've seen like ever.
I'm giving that a 9.5.
Yeah, I say so too. 9.5. One of the best like pieces of media I've seen this year, in a pretty barren year of entertainment. But yeah, it was amazing.
So,
all right, let's get into
let me go back to what I predicted for this season.
Yeah, let's get into predictions. Prediction
So,
review.
Everything was incorrect.
Well, yeah.
But was it?
Caveat, maybe not.
So I came close with the sheriff title. It was the marshal.
And you said that he was going to be in the show, which he was. So that's a good
Very
prediction.
similar. So that was a good prediction. I thought it was going to be episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
It was not.
Episode 1.
It was episode 1. But because I thought it was going to deal more with the Jedi stuff, but it didn't.
Then
I thought we were going to have just some more kind of fillery episodes about, like I thought there's one about a crew, which we kind of did get a big crew by the end.
We did get a crew. I think you thought it was going to be mirror more of season 1.
Yeah.
Which it did not, and I'm so glad it didn't.
Me too. I thought the last 2 episodes would be Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I was very wrong, and I thought it would be Ahsoka and Sabine.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was very wrong. There's been no Sabine.
Who knows where that person is? She's with Thrawn. She's with Thrawn.
I did predict Thrawn.
You did? Really? You did?
I predict Gideon was working for Thrawn.
Damn.
Which, who knows, but maybe that's
still a possibility.
That's definitely a possibility. Or I predict Gideon wanted Ahsoka because she knew where Thrawn is, and he wanted to get him.
Yeah.
Because he thought he could be able to save the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, other than that, everything was kind of way off. I completely forgot Carl Weathers directed an episode. So
yeah.
My director prediction was wrong. And, yeah, I thought it was just, you win some, you lose some, basically, along the way. And that's what you have to do.
My one prediction was that Boba Fett was going to be evil, and he's going to have a black suit.
Yeah, thank God that didn't happen.
Thank God. I'm really happy I was wrong.
You kind of the black suit, though, because he's got the black under.
Yeah, that really grew on me. I love his new suit. All right. We have to wrap this up soon, so let's get into season 3 predictions.
Quick season 3 predictions, okay?
Okay.
I'm thinking big time jump.
Yeah.
Maybe even a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe Bo-Katan has support. It's just gonna end up supporting his claim to the throne.
You think they're gonna have a fight? I really want them to have a fight.
Maybe it will. I don't know, man. Maybe it'll pick up the scene right after Luke leaves, and they'll have a fight on the bridge.
I hope so. I think it'll be pretty cool. I feel like he would still just lose the fight
on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think here's my prediction. I was thinking about this. He's gonna lose the first fight on the bridge. Then he's gonna go and maybe back to the sanctuary. Who knows?
Whoa.
He's got nothing to do now. Whoa. Then he's gonna want to be in something bigger, and he's gonna go back and challenge Bo-Katan to a fight, and he's gonna fucking beat her, and then he's gonna be the ruler of Mandalore. Now season 3 is Mandalore taking it back. That's my predictions.
I think she just might support him, and then that the season will follow kind of episodic format of him trying to recruit them,
More
trying to
Mandos.
recruit more Mandos.
Maybe the armor will be a villain. I
Maybe
hope.
you could have a Mandalorian villain in there. I would love to see Fen Rao show up.
I would love that too.
I
I've seen
think if
him.
you focus on the Mandalorian stuff, it's perfect now for Sabine to show up. You can have
And
her
it's
show
gonna
up
be the
with
true.
Ahsoka and set up the Ahsoka show more that's coming.
It's gonna be a true Mandalorian show,
Yeah,
which
really.
I'm kind of hyped about.
I
I
am.
think it's gonna be a good season. I think it's really bold that they said like Grogu's not gonna be there
I don't want that baby to be there until at least
the
the
second
last
half.
episode,
Mm.
or at least the second half. But like, if the first episode
He
he's
gets
back
it
like, by
back.
the end of
No,
that,
that's stupid.
it takes because it packs such a punch the season 2 finale.
And it's a bold choice because this
It's
is
a
a
very
marketing
bold choice.
powerhouse for the show. But I'm really happy they did that. It's really cool. The show is definitely continuing, despite what people think that Boba Fett is going to be the Mandalorian.
2022.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, honestly, the way they're going, I think it's even better. Can't wait for Peyton Reed to come back and fucking.
He's coming back hard. No way Rodriguez is.
Who's doing Ahsoka? Who's doing the Ahsoka show?
What do you mean by doing?
Like Filoni, who's executive producing it? Filoni and someone else.
Favreau.
Favreau. Is there another one too?
Not
Because
another one.
really interesting. So they're just
Filoni,
working
I'm
on.
pretty sure, is writing it all.
Damn. So I thought they would get. I would love for them to get Bryce Dallas Howard in there.
I would love Bryce Dallas Howard for Rangers.
Okay, yeah, Rangers would be good too. I think she's a phenomenal director.
You.
Yeah, I'm excited for Deborah Chow's Obi-Wan.
Me too, man. I'm so excited for the Acolyte.
You're very excited for the Acolyte with Jenny. What's her name?
Leslie Headland.
Leslie Headland. Great.
Showrunner Russian Doll, which we both watched recently, which is phenomenal.
And we both loved it. And yeah, what else is happening? We're
Andor.
Andor.
12 episodes. God help us.
We got 12 episodes with this guy, man. I liked him for 2 hours. I don't know about 24, or 14, I get, or 12 hours. Sorry.
The Book of Boba Fett. I'm very excited for it. It's really close coming.
Well, it's next year.
But yeah, I hope there's some flashbacks. Hope there's some crazy stuff on Tatooine.
When's Bad Batch coming out?
No idea. I honestly think soon though.
I think it's before Boba Fett for sure.
Gotta be, because Boba Fett's right at the end of the year.
I'm gonna guess April for that.
April? Clone Wars started in like March.
Whenever WandaVision ends.
But the thing is, WandaVision ends, then
it's
Falcon Winter Soldier starts right after.
True, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's gonna be in the spring season.
Yeah.
Basically, Star Wars is gonna be a little break for a few months.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Off, it's fine. We're playing KOTOR. I'm reading books. James watching Rebels. I'm rewatching Clone Wars.
I'm gonna read Light of the Jedi when it comes out.
Boy, Light of the Jedi. We could have a crazy review on here. Light of the Jedi.
But then we have Marvel stuff to look forward to, which is kind of nice.
New shows and stuff.
I'm excited to get back in the Marvel swing. Because it's a year without Marvel. It's literally like the dark year.
I'm really excited for WandaVision now. It's really close.
Yeah. All right, guys. This has been a wonderful episode.
This has been a goddamn blast. And
I cannot wait for next episode because we got some things to say.
We're going hard. It's going to be crazy. This
about a movie that came out.
We're talking about something we love. But you're not ready for next episode, guys.
All right. See you guys later. Hope
Play
you
us
enjoy.
With the Boba Fett theme.
Okay, let's hear it.
Bye-bye now.
Have a good Christmas, Merry Holidays, blah, blah, blah.
Justin.